Here we go. Let's continue our journey with absolute value equations. This is example number 2. And again, absolute value equations will correspond to assignment 13 as it's labeled on the thing that was sent to you. Where are my markers? All right, so anyway, hopefully we again remember, and we've already discussed the steps on this, but the first thing would be to isolate that absolute value. We don't distribute. We don't clear fractions yet, all right? But anyway, wouldn't the logic be that we would want to add the 2 over? We're just in the process of getting that absolute value expression completely by itself on one side of the equation. That's the primary goal at this point, all right? Isolate that absolute value, get it by itself, all right? And how are you all doing in your isolation? Hang in there, everybody. We can do this. All right. So anyway, then you get rid of that 3. So you'll divide both sides by 3. That's a multiplier, correct? And so anyway, we end up with the absolute value expression equals 5. All right, there we go. So do whatever it takes to get that absolute value expression completely by itself. And now, here's where the man likes his number line here, okay? And here's a number line with 0 in the middle. When you talk about absolute value, just like example 1, please watch these in sequence, all right? I'm assuming you're doing that so that you just can follow the pattern from one to the next. But the absolute value of that expression equals 5. So that expression is 5 units away from 0. So if we pick it up and carry it this way 5 units, we're going to land on -5. Okay? So for that reason, that expression could equal -5. And that's one equation we'll enjoy here in a minute. All right? And then, if we carry it 5 units this way from 0, we would land on +5. And so we said it also, that entire expression, 2x plus 5/7, could also equal +5. And my hope would be when you looked at that, you went, awesome, we broke it out of the absolute value, and now we have 2 linear equations left because those x's are both to the first power. So I guess I'll give this a try. Let's see if this will take me back to linear. Yeah, all right. So here we go. Now would be the appropriate time to do things like clear fractions, whereby we would distribute 7 on both sides to cancel that 7. And, distribute, right? Let's multiply everything in the equation by 7. 14x plus, you got to remember that that's 7. You guys ready for this? 1, 2, 3, 7 over 1. All right, when we take that 7 over 1 times 5/7, wouldn't the 7 we introduced cancel the 7 there and leave the 5, the numerator, all right? And then over on this side, this times this is -35. Cool, all right? And then at that point in time, and then we'd see if we can add these. Combine like terms. That won't happen. So now we separate these, right? The point would be we'd subtract the 5 over, because when it comes to variables and constants, in linear equations, you got to keep them separated, right? And then we want to get rid of that 14, and since that 14 is being multiplied by the variable, wouldn't that be the appropriate time to divide both sides by 14? And so we'll divide. Inside joke to the rest of the world, all right? But anyway, this would be, and let's reduce it, that's -20 over 7. Awesome, okay? Divide them both by 2. Same thing over here. Clear fractions. Multiply both sides by 7. I kind of painted myself in a corner. I'm doing the best I can with the board space I have here. That's 7 over 1 by the, set, ready? 1, 2, 3, 7 over 1. All right, so we distribute that, and that would be 14x plus, that 7 cancels that 7 because this 7 is over 1. So that would leave the 5. And then this side, when we distribute that, is 35. Subtract the 5 over. Incidentally, this is assignment 8. Hopefully at this point in time, everybody's going, this is so February, all right? And then divide. I don't know exactly what day in February, but it was, I'll go look at my math diary, but that reduces to 15 over 7. All right, so those are the 2 values of x. And again, I'm trying to model for you. If you would, please, 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 put these these answers in a solution set as I'm doing, and that would be the end of that. All right, so that's that example. It's done, and so we're ready to move on to another one. All right, see you in a few minutes.